As you recall, the citizens of the royal kingdom were beginning to feel upset because the Grand Duchess Daphne had outlawed jelly beans and, as it turns out, all the most interesting books. A week later, she issued yet another decree, this one more heavy-handed than the others. As always, the Duchess puffed out her chest, strutted out onto the castle balcony.
Hear ye, hear ye. Since I grew up with just one mother and father, and I turned out so well, I proclaim that this arrangement will work for everyone. In 1 week, any children who have too many mothers or fathers, or not enough, will be thrown into the dungeon.
It wasn't that bad to give up my jelly beans. It was kind of bad to give my favorite book a little bit. But I won't give up you. I won't. You are my grandmother, and I think that's so great. You can't tell me you love me.
I'm afraid she can't technically, but I will never put her to away. You'll run away to another room first. Come back next week for another royal decree. Oh, in the meantime, don't forget about the jelly beans.
Throughout the village, everyone shook their heads in shock, murmuring about the lengths to which the Grand Duchess Daphne had taken her power. While the Duchess squirreled herself away in her aunt and uncle's castle, studying important papers and composing her next decree, she seemed oblivious to the people's distress. She was certainly oblivious to their planning. The Duchess didn't know, for example, that later that evening after dinner, Beatrice had an emergency meeting with her friend Dana. Like others in the kingdom, she felt indignant about the Grand Duchess's most recent decree. Stirred into reflection and action, Beatrice and Dana made a list.
There's Daniel. Your dad told me that he was a great Duchess.
Don't forget about Anastasia. She lives with her moms.
What about Ezra? He has just my mom and my dad. The Duchess will take him away as a son too.
We love these people. We definitely have to do something to protect them.
Soon Dana and Beatrice had listed several other kids who did not have the right parents, according to the Grand Duchess Daphne, and who were in danger of being taken away from their parents. They were determined not to let their friends remain in danger. The next day, all of the children met secretly in the woods with Dana and Beatrice. Beatrice told them her plan.
As the children of the kingdom meet to create their plan, we remember the lands across the world where people are denied their freedoms. We remember the lands where people are denied basic human rights. We remember the countries where justice and freedom have yet to take hold. Please join me as we sing hymn number 168, One More Step, verses 1 and 4. The following day, the Grand Duchess again strutted out onto the balcony, eager to make her next proclamation. The people gathered below, ready to meet her royal decree with their plan, code-named Rebellious Resistance to Royal Wrong-Headed Righteousness.
I remind you that you will be very sorry if you are caught reading Captain Underpants of the Wrath of the Wicked Wedgie Woman.
The Duchess's puffery made the kingdom's people even more determined to carry out their plan of rebellion.
However, what troubles me most supremely is that a number of families in this royal kingdom are defying my proclamation that families must have exactly one mother and one father. Some of you children out there have two mothers, and one of you has a grandmother instead of two parents, and so on. Later this afternoon, my royal guards will seek you out, and you are in danger, and you will be put into the dungeon.
Suddenly, the Grand Duchess heard voices rising from the crowd below.
Heary, I swear all pet goldfish should be potty trained.
Heary, I'm very smart, and I believe it's because I eat my favorite sandwich, fried onions and grape jelly. Therefore, I decree that everybody must eat fried onions and grape jelly sandwich.
Yeah! Hear ye, hear ye. I once ate a grasshopper when I was 2. I declare that all 2-year-olds must swallow grasshoppers.
I declare that the Mistress Bee must go to the dungeon. Heary, I swear all dogs are not to birth.
As these proclamations rained down on her, the Duchess began to cringe. A look of uncertainty crossed her face, and she held up a hand, but was speechless. The silly proclamations continued.
I declare every day is a holiday. Yay!
I declare everybody must wear togas on Tuesdays. Well, I declare that whatever the Duchess's favorite dinner is banned.
I declare everyone should have 4 housemates, no more, no less.
Hear ye! I proclaim that this is the best royal kingdom ever. I proclaim that when the king and queen return from Dragonland, they're going to be very proud of their people. And I proclaim we must pause the story to receive this morning's offering. You know, these royal subjects may be having fun with the Duchess's proclamations, but they're doing more than that. They're creatively standing up to her unjust decrees and her ruling by fear. It wouldn't have been easy for just one person to do that on their own. The more we join together, the more our power counts. Let us remember that when we pool our creativity, we can overcome obstacles. When we pool our energy, we can make great things happen. And when we pool our resources and share our gifts generously with this congregation, we support this community as well as Unitarian Universalism. We will now gratefully receive this morning's offering.
potty-trained goldfish, fried onion and grape jelly sandwiches, 2-year-olds swallowing grasshoppers, no burping dogs. The silly proclamations continued, and soon every person in the kingdom was giggling or chuckling. They laughed so hard their sides hurt, and they couldn't stop. Soon everyone was rolling on the ground, giggling and laughing and chuckling, poking each other and laughing some more.
I proclaim that giggling is against the law.
Everyone roared with laughter except for Grand Duchess Dweeb.
Guard. Arrest everyone that is laughing. Off with their heads.
But the guards were laughing too.
Off with their heads, off with their noses. Send them to bed without any toes in.
This was too much for the Grand Duchess. She had never been so humiliated in all her life. They were laughing, and so, with her chest still puffed out as far as she could get it, the Grand Duchess Daphne strode off the balcony, down the castle stairs, and into her coach. She rode out of the kingdom as fast as she could and was never seen or heard from again.
Bye, Dweeb.
Bye, tweet, tweet.
Except in her annual holiday card that she sent to her aunt and uncle. Just in case you're wondering, that evening, everyone ate jelly beans for dinner, and except for a few stomach aches that night, they all lived happily ever after.
Let us again remember the importance of loving and of holy boldness in our efforts to build a better tomorrow for everyone. Please join me in singing our closing hymn, number 311, Let It Be a Dance. We're going to sing the whole thing.